everybody, I'm XOXO Cyber, and today, for the first time in XOXO Cyber history, we're playing a Steam game. I know, it's pretty crazy. I got my computer set up, it's all cool and working, I got Steam on here, I've been waiting all week, I haven't had a chance to record all week, because since it's summer now, my dad, he's a teacher, so he's at home all the time, and I usually record when my parents aren't home because it's easier. I just feel less embarrassed when I record, then I can talk louder, I can be more energetic, and so, I just haven't been able to record all week because he's been here all week. No offense to my dad. But, yeah, today they're going on a walk, so I can finally record. Yes, I'm so excited. I've been so excited. But anyway, today we are playing a game on Steam. We are playing Fingernail Floss. I don't really know much about this game. I was looking for free games to play on here, and this one, it had a weird name, and it was super colorful. I haven't really seen much talk about this game. I know you're all like, oh, Cyber, you got Steam, and instead of playing the super popular games that you finally have access to, you immediately went for a super niche one that, you've never heard of before, so probably lots of people haven't heard of it. And yeah, why not, okay, it's fun, it's cool, okay, I like visual novels, I like weird niche stuff, and it's horror, and also it's free, and I haven't done as much research on which popular games are free yet, so this is what we're playing, okay guys, and you're gonna like it. Anyway, you know what, let's just get into it. Let's play Fingernail Floss. Okay, let's just go to start. This is an interesting title screen with the computer. Preferences. Skip unseen text, after choices, transitions. Text speed, music volume, sound volume, voice volume. Yeah, seems fine, let's just start. It's dark. It smells like mold and mildew. There are no windows. A basement? It's clearly large. It's certainly large for a basement. I got distracted by the sound of the typewriter. You're leaning against one corner of the room. You can see a bright orange backpack across from you. To your left, there's a crying girl in bright green. The remaining corner of the room is shrouded in darkness. Let's talk to the crying girl. I walk towards the crying girl. She appears to be crying, and a girl. I should introduce myself and comprehend my surroundings at a later time. Excuse me, madam. May I ask why you won't stop crying in this dark, abandoned, disgusting room? Ooh, that's an interesting art style. Grinnell. She won't respond. She's crawled up in the ball on the floor like a little freak. Oh, that's kind of rude. Why are you curled up in a ball on the floor like a little freak? Wow, I am just straight up I'm very descriptive. She jumps at me and puts her hands on my shoulders, shaking and crying like a little freak. Stop calling us girl freak. We're all gonna die. Why? She looks at me in the eyes, dumbfounded. Her tears stop for just a moment out of sheer confusion. Oh. That was a violent sound. I'll check on her later. Maybe check on her now? That was really... Guess we'll remember who we are. I dust myself off and admire my saturated image. Oh, I look like I have some issues. Maybe a few. You got a twirly eye. Wait a minute. My dark yet beautifully eye-straining coat. My gloves that embody pizzazz. Oh, whoa, that was a bright screen. I'm Black Magenta. I'm the businessman full of grace. Flamboyant pose here. Well, good to know who we are. Black Magenta, the businessman of grace. Above your head there are thick cords hanging like vines, in a great jungle of concrete and rotting wood. They crowd the air above you, almost close enough to touch. Among the wires you could see the suspended heads of various disconnected phones. Old models unseen before, models you've used. All for decoration. Perhaps that will happen to you soon. Oh, that's not good. Let's not say that. No, that's not good. The hell is that? Uh-oh. I noticed a shaking orange backpack in the other corner of the room. It looks like it's breathing. What? We're gonna open it. We're brave. Okay, we're the charming, flamboyant businessman of grace, Black Magenta. I slowly take a step towards the backpack. Then another. Then another. My magenta heart beating, my blood pumping. If whatever lays inside this orange chamber swallows me whole, I hope the world will hear my last shriveled scream. It's actually a backpack, and for the world to hear you scream, it would have to be several hundred times louder. Oh, this person seems like a nerd. I should be using my nerd voice. It's actually a backpack, and for the world to hear you scream, it would have to be several hundred times louder than the amount of decibels an average throat is usually able to. 1 minute later. And that's all I remember. I see. Now we're all brought up to speed. That was just a recap of you getting your ass beat. A little freak shrieked at the voice of the newcomer. And you are? Reynolds. I was kind of just standing there in the other corner, just like, watching. Obviously. Obviously? Obviously. Who are you people? Roll call. Black Magenta, be in. Oh. Sorry, I accidentally went backwards with my mouse. Black Magenta, be in. Reynolds. You know, but my acquaintances call me. Grinnell. House. From my analysis of our surroundings, it appears that we have been drugged. Drugged, yes, drugged. I knew it. And judging by the smell and aura of use this room has, I think it's safe to say we have been captured by the likes of Goodwill. Like the thrift store? I was thinking more of a Walmart. Oh yeah, they are talking about the store, then yeah. Well, why in the world would you say Walmart? He has a point, man. You know, a lot of those Walmarts, like, remove their white floors. Okay, but that doesn't really mean anything. Look down. Okay. Brown floor. Brown floor. Brown floor. I don't want to die in a Walmart! Walmart doesn't kill people, you troglodyte. That's an OSHA violation. So, OSHA has a double standard with Goodwill. Evidently. Hello? Is this thing... Oh, I don't know what voice to do for this. Oh. Well, this is a game meister. I gotta go with a crazy voice. We're just gonna see what comes out of my mouth. Hello? Is this thing on? He begins poking the screen. Everyone is looking at the TV. Now silent. Save the occasional whimper from Grinnell. Oh, thank God. I was trying to get this on for the past 40 seconds. You guys really don't shut up. God. One of the broken TVs turned on and displayed a strange black clock phone satellite umbrella thing. As the man leaned back from the camera, it was revealed that the object he was holding was connected to his smooth, featureless face. And the clock was talking. You guys really know how to ruin an atmosphere. I tried really hard to make this all work out. His voice sounded broken, like static. The little freak seemingly fell unconscious. Wait, no, she's playing dead. No need to fall head over Ethernet cables, my good female friend. I'm here to congratulate you all. Female? Oh, this guy's a misogynist, ain't he? Oh, thank you. You had your turn to speak. It's my turn. I'm here to congratulate you for being our winners. You have been chosen for something. Oh, so special to me. This thing acts really strange. Its mannerisms, its way of speaking. It's as if it's trying to sell me something. I've never played Deltarune, so I don't remember this guy's name. What's his name? Spampton? That little tiny dude from Deltarune? He's got the weird glasses. I've always despised the lowly, fake, friendly customer service voice that people use greeting strangers. You're a businessman. You've probably used the same voice. However, this thing seems to be excited to have us here. Like a little kid at their own birthday party. That being... Oh, I'm glad you asked, Reynolds. You, yes you, have been cherry-picked, selected for a better future. As CEO of Pinecone Telephone and Entertainment Alike Incorporated, I have elected you as lucky, free, non-paid phone reviewers. Pinecone. They made the smartphones that have taken over modern society for the past 2 decades. They created the concept of telephones, copyrighted their existence, and sued anyone who used it in their show or movies. They're the one and only telephone brand. This is too perfect. This is one scam gone way too far, man. Scam? I'm the real deal! I kidnap you, and you kidnap my heart, platonically. Please just kill me now and get it over with. Kill you? Without using you for my own benefit? No. We're testing! Mobile device testing. A new era is nigh, my fiends. Mobile devices have to be smarter. It starts with landline phones. We've evolved to smartphones. And oh lord, we have to reach for the stars! So we were kidnapped. Now you want us to test your new era-defining telephone devices? That is indeed our plan. And if I sue? Foolish! I can buy every lawyer. You got me. But do not fret. You legally agreed to be here. Because you are already agreeing to the terms and conditions when starting up your mobile device. We were fair and you lot. Oh, there's just a dot there. I got confused. We were fair, and you lot were chosen randomly. I'm so happy for you. You actually expected us to read that stuff? I can't believe it. I signed a contract with the devil. I read it. It's ironic. I hate smartphones and this terrible brand. I only gave in and got one to analyze it. How unlucky. No, wait. I can't forget this is already too perfect. This all turns in my favor. My favor. I can destroy this company from the inside out. Learn all of its confidential information. I can take what makes them so special and just do it at a better price. That'll ruin their stocks. I felt embarrassed for buying a damn smartphone after being reluctant all this time. But the truth is, Pinecone just sold its own damn company and took me right to them. Well done. Who am I to say no to a test or two? Exactly! Be honored! You'll be the first for users to ever wield our next generation of mobile devices. And I'm guessing it won't be that simple? Of course it is! Of course it is not. You see, the mobile devices have never been tested. Never. You lot will be the lucky testers of their safety functionality. Test their effectiveness. House. It sounds like a vacation. To me, that is. Then what are we waiting for? The Grim Reaper. If it's our only option, then. Let us begin! The screen seemingly shut down and the door behind all of us unlocked. It's clear from the atmosphere in our kidnapping that there is more to this than we would like to believe. For some reason, this may just be a test for survival. And for another, this may just be one bad day. For me, it's a competition on who will reign this future of ours. We all walk through the door. It's time to get started. There are 4 podium-like structures, each containing a singular mobile device. The room is completely silent. Seems simple enough. We all walked to a podium and took what looked like an average smartphone. I felt scared. I don't know why, but my fingers began to slightly shake as my phone tried to reach for the power button. Easy as that. There was a ring. What was that? Oh yeah. That didn't come from your phone. Eno, the yellow masked weirdo, began searching for his person. We all looked down at ourselves and around the room for the speaker and a source of the noise. Grenade gripped her phone tightly. I finally turned on my phone, being the last to do so. It was just the menu with all of our names. I tapped Eno's name. The ring came from Eno again. Oh my god. I don't seem to... Oh. I'm quite confident in my ability to hear. And... we all slowly, unanimously looked at Eno's body, where the ringing continued. Please tell me it's something in the bag. That definitely came from his chest. He began pressing his own name on the menu over and over again, and the ring kept playing on and on. He's gonna die, we're all gonna... It's not a bomb, it's... Oh. Perhaps this is testing some Bluetooth-like feature on this new mobile device. When in the world would tell you that? Our mobile devices seem to be causing a ring in your chest that sounds dangerously similar to something like an advanced grenade. C4, perhaps? Grinnell took a large step away from Eno, her legs trembling. Get away from me! These mobile devices don't seem to have any other buttons on them. We're not able to exit this menu, only turn the device on and off. If you want to live, make sure you unselect your names and do nothing else. He's crying, but it looks like he was finally able to focus for just a second. Good. Good. I unselected Eno's name. Okay. 4 names listed. I'll read them each individually. You, Black Magenta. Grinnell. Reynolds. Eno. If you kindly keep your hands to yourselves, I just want to verify what would happen if I selected my own name. A ringing came from my chest. I felt my heart vibrate. I quickly unselected my own name. It seems we're voting on an execution. The phone screen is trembling in my grasp. How unusual. What? You're kidding. The television screen nearby is turned on. Ooh, smart guy, huh? Those kinds of guys piss me off. But yes, our latest in Bluetooth technology. Doesn't matter if it's miles away or within your cold, decaying carcass. Bluetooth can be used everywhere. How in the hell would this be useful? Technology is advancing, ignorant ladies and gentlemen. Remotely controlling your prosthetics. Remotely controlling any pill-like camera you swallow. Monitoring your heart rate when you breathe, when you sleep. Oh, it's all in the grasp of the future's hands. Oh, speaking of heart rates, you guys really need to take a breather. So take it. The television screen shut off. The little freak is sobbing uncontrollably again. The noise is starting to become part of the background ambient to me. Okay, a bit frightening, but... yeah, I can take one for the team. Huh? Well, who am I to decline a hero sacrifice? You gotta be kidding. If he wants to save us, we should let him. He's his own person, after all. Can we at least discuss any loopholes this experiment may have? Maybe if we all vote for ourselves. Kill me. Just get it over with. I want to die already. What in the world? Oh gosh, I'm the one who chooses, really. Or no, right? Kill me already. Why does it keep skipping lines? I'm starting to get mad at that. Oh, I see. It's when someone gets interrupted. I've always wanted to die. I'm just... yeah, no. He tapped the screen in his chest ring. I want to die. Why is that so hard? She tapped her screen in her chest ring. I'm trying way too hard to make us feel bad for you. I can't focus. Just vote for me already. I've got no future. Shut up, please just shut the fuck up. Don't take this away from me. I'm trying to think. A Reynolds fellow might be useful if there's a difficult right trial after this one, though. If you're this annoying... No, I can't lose my temper now. I have to stay composed. No one even flinched at my voice either. Grinnell and Reynolds were too busy arguing and yelling over one another. Eno was useless. I could feel this ticking begin to pound in my skull. I can't let my temper out yet. I'm not Reynolds. Think. Oh, I begin ignoring everyone. My head is in my hands. I need to breathe and think. I focused on the repetitive noise of the ticking bomb inside my chest. Everyone else's voices became quiet. Let's say the person with the most votes will definitely explode. Grinnell and Reynolds voted for themselves. Eno and I have not yet voted. Grinnell wants to die. Reynolds is indifferent about living. Eno is a wild card. The only person I can control is me. What can I do? Oh! Hold on, I'm gonna save real quick. Always save before a decision. Okay, use the plain DDLC and Gungar up Natana. I'm gonna say we vote. I'm not a good manipulator. We're gonna vote. But I'm kind of curious what the manipulate option is. Well, since we can always go back to it, I think it's fine. No. You can control anyone with enough knowledge. I'm interested in seeing what happens if we all vote for ourselves. We all might live. We all might die. It's something I'm morbidly willing to bet. Grinnell and Reynolds will definitely vote for themselves. That's a set in stone fact. Eno will vote for anyone but himself. If I can... Eno, I'm voting for your filthy ass. Oh, I'm so scared. Now! I selected Ino's name and deselected it twice, causing his chest to ring 2 times. What? Ronald and Grinnell are too busy arguing to pay attention to us. This phone lets me vote twice. Problem is that if I vote twice, it inflicts the vote on myself. I quickly selected and deselected my own name so my chest would ring. Grinnell has 1 vote, Reynolds has 1 vote, you have 2, I have 1. You're removed, dumbass. You're dead! Ino tapped his screen and my chest rang. I'm the last vote. I selected Ino's name. A long ringing sound came from all of our chests, and we all grew silent. And as quickly as it came, it began to fade out. And the next door unlocked. The bluff worked. I covered the back of my head and fell down to the ground, breathing out the biggest sigh of relief in my life. The adrenaline rushes flowing from my entire body. I don't like swearing. I'm probably gonna cut out the swearing, y'all. I feel so accomplished. I did it. What? Oh, I did the voice wrong. What happened? Huh? What? I followed Ino's amazing idea and we voted for each other. Looks like I canceled everything out and the challenge is over. My mind is completely blank. My heart is beating out my chest and I can feel it vibrating my entire body. I feel so light. Be it my intelligence, luck, or the adrenaline getting to Ino's head, I tricked him and we voted for each other. I feel good. Damn, man. Renelle began putting her hands into her face. She was breaking down. I'm so sorry. She fell against her podium. It was the only thing holding her up. Renelle came to her side and began comforting her. I watched as he left this podium. It's okay, it's okay. Grinnell hugged him and began crying into his chest. Ina was dumbfounded, stuck in place from shock. As gleeful as I am, it'd be wise to celebrate after we're sure we're safe. No time like the present to keep going forward, I suppose. My heart still beats so quickly. I pat Ina's back before marching onward to next door with the mobile device in my hand. Can always count on you, buddy. Oh yeah, so I made a good choice, picking for them to manipulate each other. That's good. Ino decided to just ignore me and stomp for the next door. What? Hell no, I'm not gonna be walked behind a sniveling nerd. What's a hip check? I'm gonna save this because I don't know what's gonna happen. How many save slots do I get? Quick saves. What's a quick save? I don't know, but I get a lot of pages, so it's not a big deal. We're gonna walk faster. After beating Ino in the Who Gets to Walk in the Front contest, the door slammed shut behind us. Grinnell and Reynolds were left in the other room. Ino let out an ugly little shriek while jumping. On the contrary, I made a very graceful noise, like a deer screaming. I didn't have time to observe the new room before I felt a tug. Out of the darkness, a sprying coaxial cable came flying into my chest like a magnet, the other end connected to Ino. They perfectly fit into a hole in our chest that we never even noticed. They were clearly connected to the bonds attached to our heart. I've never known what it was like to be so viscerally aware of my heart beating. This experience has taught me that I don't like it. I felt every ounce of blood that went in and out, the way the flesh in my heart stretched and pulsated. I felt a new, foreign added weight in my chest, like a parasite eating away at its host. It grew fat and plump on my fear and dread. Ina made a shit ton of noise. I didn't even notice the doors all around us were sealed, so we're trapped. The doors have no doorknobs. We're trapped in here. Ino pulled out his dimly lit phone. It appears he brought his with him too. I tried to note my surroundings. All there is in this room is seemingly empty trash cans, stairs, and the dimly lit lights. Not mentioning the mandatory television. It's too dim to illuminate anything else. Shut up, I'm monologuing. What? Ugh, I can't continue my monologue. You ruined my train of thought. My epic vibes. My parasite metaphor is falling away as we speak. You can't talk to me like that. Of course I can. My chances of survival now relied on the arrogant and competitive mind of the upside-down bowling pin. Only you and the 2 suicidal maniacs out there crying their eyes out. Only one of them is actually crying. Ina opened his mouth, stuttered a bit, and the ticking grew louder. I could feel my own heartbeat in my skull, almost shaking me through every organ and bone with his pulse. I read the terms and conditions, so I'm not the one in trouble here. Tick, tick, tick. Oh, he wanted me to make some kind of moral and strategic advantage. He thought he was better than me. I turned fully to him, the cord swinging between us. Not in trouble? Are you 12? You have a bomb in your chest. I pointed at his chest where the wires end. The ticking was louder. Ino's eyes got round and large. You're like the rest of us. When you die, your body will explode into a dozen disgusting bloody pieces. I smiled. Eno was making an ugly little gasping noise, and his mouth opened and closed like the orange goldfish he was. Is he a goldfish or a bowling pin? I'm so confused. That's all Mines and Grinnell's and Reynolds. I felt a little nervous, imagining what my body would look like if it were in 1,000 gory pieces. How would you imagine that? I wonder if there would be metal shards mixed up with the bones. Actually, now I'm kind of seeing, I don't know. I think there probably wouldn't be metal shards, because the explosion would probably be like a disintegrating. Why are you smiling about that? I laughed a little bit, and the shake in my ribcage only intensified. Smiling? You think I'm happy, you little orange sack of shit? You think when someone only smiles, they're happy? My hands won't stop trembling. I'm terrified. I'm terrified. I'm stuck with you and I'm terrified. I don't want to die. I'll kill you if it means I'll live. Pissed I'm gonna die in a Walmart. Well, actually, this piece of shit. Now I'm not looking again. It looks more like a Goodwill. I can't believe I'm gonna die because of this guy. Okay, now that you guys have sorted your feelings out, the TV mounted on the ceiling beam flickers on, the familiar clock face of the Game Master filling its small dome screen. Didn't I tell you? He stuttered a little. Maybe the antennae were facing the wrong way. I checked my watch. It hasn't worked for the past 2 years, but does the job. Oh. The Master gets a little embarrassed and disappears off screen. I smirk. Another victory. Excuse me right quick. Sounds from the Game Master's television made Eno jump, jerking the cord. He nearly gave me a heart attack. Didn't I tell you diddly darn fooligans to pull up your socks and take a breather? I gave the screen and any nearby cameras a sales pitch, award-winning smile. No. What are the rules? The Master appeared to smile. It's hard to tell. His face is a clock. Some of the numbers get a little squashed. Maybe they're the eyes. Straight to business. That's just like you, Magenta. Nothing like a little bit of business between two old pals. I can't do a glitchy voice, guys. I'm gonna step in this. I don't know who this man is. Yeah? Ha OBM. Eno opened his big mouth to say something else stupid, so I hit him in the mouth before he could blow my cover. Right after, an earth-shatteringly loud buzzer pierced through the room. The Master was frowning. I don't know how I know, but I could feel his disapproval like a real physical weight hang over my neck, waiting to crush me like a little bug. Eno was folding his arms, pretending to be smug and confident. I hid my arm behind my back. If I decided to attack Eno, nobody will ever see coming. If you hit each other again, I will be very disappointed. Okay, never mind. Infighting is encouraged if it progresses the experiment, though. Eno scoffed. So he only wants us to use the phones and bombs to kill each other. So it seems. It's a bit contradictory that he wants us to do experiments since we can't do it if we're dead. Just don't die. But this whole game is about killing us. Lol, oh my god. I grit my teeth as I smile. You are not smiling, son. But I understand the tactics. I've done this before, just in a totally not life-threatening situation and with my taxes in a jail cell. Any more comments, questions? Call the number on the screen to bid. Before either of us could read the number on the screen, it disappeared and was replaced by the Meister again. Alright, I see you swell fellas are really excited about trying out these brand new, unlicensed, illegal pinecone products. No more questions, no more answers, no more trivia night is over. It's time for round 2 of the rules. There's a sound of something heavy sliding across concrete. Check out this mysterious, definitely not empty box. Wouldn't you love one of these bad boys for yourself? No one answered. I made her way and overhead light turned on. It revealed a head-sized black box on the end of the table. I chilled down my arms. I could feel the cold spreading throughout my body. It appeared to be some kind of safe. The front was replaced with nothing but a curtain. There was something inside. It did not breathe, but it was hungry. I know what it was. I know I do. I've got one right here. Then, a sharp noise, like a knife pulled across a grindstone, and something clattered through the floor. Someone was screaming, but they couldn't open their mouth. I realized it was neither of us. It came from the speakers. Youch, that's gotta hurt! The scream tapers off in the awful silence. But not for me! Eno's breathing quickened with his terror. I, on the other hand, continued breathing normally through my all-consuming horror. My fingers twitched. I like to think my tests are simple. Put your finger in the box, yes or no. If you both put your finger in, you'll pass with no injury. If only one of you wants to lose a finger, snap! Vote on your phones and agree to my electronic processing form. Any fees and hospital waivers are your financial responsibility. Simple, nice and easy, nice and clean. No added chemicals, growth, hormones, or MSG. What if we just don't vote? I said no more questions. I put my finger in my mouth to shush him really loudly and looked back at the screen. The Game Master ticked. Once you make your decisions, remember to submit the form. Have fun, boys. The screen dimmed again to a dull blue color, so the Game Master wants us to vote on putting our fingers in the box. This feels like a scam the other kids would pull on me on the playground in elementary. We both looked at the ominous box that came into the room. I broadcasted my first step forward, having to shuffle slower in order to compensate for Eno's twiggy legs. We stepped closer to the box. There was nothing else on it. No switch, no buttons, no lever. I was hesitant to touch the box or the curtain at all. At some point, we almost leaned separate ways, but as the cord became taut again, the taking of our bombs kept us from tugging the cord out. I wanted to kick Eno over like a cardboard cutout, but I decided not to. Verbal abuse would have to satisfy me for now. That left us standing from the box, 2 prisoners in front of a painting. I need to think. Do we put our fingers in the box or not? What if we do so without voting? What are the consequences for not doing so? He's given us very little information. Eno pulled out his phone, and it appeared our screens updated. There were 2 options, yes and no. Under the option there was an italicized text. All votes are final, no take-back seats. It seems we need to be the ones to take action. Hey, you should put your finger in the box. I'm not putting my finger in that box. Okay, so this is simple. We'll just both put our fingers in. But then we'll both lose our fingers. He specifically said that if only one of us puts our finger in, then we'll lose it. If we both do it, then we won't. It's a trust exercise. Or neither of us put our finger in and we search this room that he clearly does not want us to explore. He clearly stated that we need to do this in order to proceed. I don't trust you. I gestured down the phone cord between the 2 of us, swaying with every movement like tapeworm wriggling in an intestine. We're wired to each other like 2 misbehaving children in a get-along t-shirt. This is what he wants. My way is still better and less risky. He specifically said that if only one of us puts their finger in, then we'll lose it. And what about it? What about it? If we both do it, then we won't lose any fingers. Why would I believe that this is a good idea? Because I have full confidence that this is the right answer. The entire situation is set up perfectly for this. And even if it's a simpler solution to just not vote, who's to say that'll even open the door? That's it. We'll do his solution and wait, and then when he gets anxious, I'll let him come to his own solution instead of trying to convince him. Everything I say just drives him further from the decision I want him to make, purely on the grounds that he didn't come up with it himself. I sigh and fix my cool tie. Fine, if I have to earn your trust or respect, I'll just go along with what you say, since clearly you're so sure and so right. Eno perks up and makes a victorious face. I want to punch him in the mouth again. You gave up so easily. You should have just done that from the start. Don't get ahead of yourself, dumbass. The whole puzzle is based around interacting with the box. Eno makes some other remarks, and I ignore him. We wait for a few minutes before I see Eno begin to visibly sweat. He's putting his hands on the wall, hoping to find a secret exit button. The TV hasn't turned on yet, but I get the feeling that we're being closely watched right now. How long are we waiting for the doors to just open? Eno wavered before answering. Just a few more minutes. How long is a few more minutes? Eno became even more sweaty. God, he stinks. Just a few more minutes. Quantitatively, how many? 10? I can feel the gaze of the Game Master hanging over both of our necks like a guillotine. What happens if we're too boring? Does he care about the entertainment we provide? Obviously he does, if he's stuck us into these stupid little games. He has to have some streak of sadism in him to do this for the sake of progressing technology. I gritted my teeth as Eno stared at the doors, as if they'd open with the force of all his sweaty palms in mind. Ooh, time for another save. Should I be putting this in the quick save area? I'm gonna put in quick save, since this is a major one. I say, look, I really don't want to say it killed. Why don't we just stick my finger in the box and I'll get it over with, okay? That's what I would do. It's one finger, okay? You could do a lot with that one finger. My great-grandpa, who he is still alive, he only has like 2 fingers on both his hands. He's missing a lot of fingers. And you know what? He still does a lot of stuff. He can drive, and he only has he has 4 fingers. He can still do a lot of stuff. Just put in a finger you don't really need. Like, put your ring finger in, okay? Literally, who uses their ring finger, okay? You can be like, oh, but what if I want to get married? Just use your other hand. Just put your freaking ring finger in, okay? I'm sticking my finger in the box. Oh my god, this. I pulled my hand up from my side, and with it, my phone. Eno sputtered. What the hell are you doing? How bad can it be to lose a finger? Well, actually, the human body can die from blood loss in 5 minutes, so I imagine pretty bad. Pfft, I won't die. Yes, you will. I'm built different. I mean, yeah, I already said I'd do it. Yes, I consent to losing all my limbs. Oh, to losing my... I thought it said all my limbs. I got confused and I was like, hold on. Yeah. An electronic chime sounded from my phone. It cheerfully told me that I could put my finger into the remote-controlled, Bluetooth-activated guillotine machine box whenever I was ready. Once the motion sensors and X-ray confirmed that my finger was inside the box, it would let me press a button on my phone to amputate myself. Somehow, that felt worse than anything I was expecting. My phone lit up with a Bluetooth request. I pressed accept, and it opened up to a simple screen with a grayed out button labeled Go. Eno stared at me in horror, and his voice was high-pitched. Are you seriously doing this right now? I had to think of a quick and witty one-liner, but admittedly my brain was a little bit scrambled. Fuck it, wee ball. My hand shook as I lifted the box's curtain opening. The material of the curtain was soft and light as I brushed it aside, and the inside of the box was much colder than the rest of the room. The screen of my phone lit up as the Go button turned on. The letters now bright white. I gingerly aligned my... Okay, yeah, see, he's getting rid of the good... No one who cares about the pinky finger, okay? It was as if if I was going to choose which one I had to lose, it'd be the pinky. If it opened the door, then it was worth it. I took a deep breath before I could exhale. Oh, ew. I didn't realize I'd stopped breathing until... Did it kick me? Wait, what happened? What happened? Hold on. Did it kick me? Wait. I'm so confused. What happened? Back, go to my saves. About this. Yeah, go to the main menu. Load. Let's go back here to my quick save. What happened? Was that the end? Oh, that was an ending. Interesting. Why did it end there? That's weird. Well, hold on. Then I'll go back and I'll pressure him instead. And so I waited. Yep, waiting is fun. No one isn't. My phone briefly showed someone calling me. I slipped to answer and I just hung up immediately. Okay. Anyway, Eno continued to profusely sweat for another few minutes, the bumps between us ticking quietly before he began sputtering. My strategy must not be working because we haven't voted. He's hesitating because he doesn't know if he's right or not. I don't even know for sure if I'm right either, but I have more faith in myself than he does. The worst possible result for my plan is that we both do lose our fingers and I'm wrong. But based on how the puzzle's set up, I know it has to be the option. What else? Eno's clammy hand began hovering over his screen in the two boxes. Yeah. I tapped the box and submitted my decision with an electric chime. My heart fed in my chest. I glanced over at Eno's phone screen. No option selected yet. I had to take this chance to convince him, or else I'd be losing something important. Eno's mouth twisted in conflict, and I met his eyes steadily. I knew he was thinking of his plan. Listen to Eno. The Game Meister is a sadist. He won't enjoy it if we don't risk ourselves doing this. He wouldn't set this all up unless he wanted us to suffer a little for the sake of his prototypes. What happens if we decide not to play his game at all? He's the only one who can control our bombs at any time. I didn't know that, but I was going to pretend it was a fact. Eno was nodding along, his mouth pressed into a thin line. We got out of the last room by playing outside the box he made for us. Eno's brows raised, and he said exactly what I said earlier. Wait, damn, I've got it. I was going to throttle him. The Game Meister. He said that if only one of us wants to lose a finger, but he didn't say anything about what happens if both of us vote to lose a finger. I nodded along, plastering a smile. In the box! He pointed, careful not to reach the ominous curtains. It's big enough for both of us to put our hands in. I wasn't really sure where he was going with that, but if I convinced him to vote how I wanted, then I was going to nod along like I understood. Of course, I knew what to do all along. It was right in front of me. Triumphantly, Eno submitted his vote for yes. An electronic chime came from his phone. Then, nothing. The phone's turned off. Cautiously, I hoped that I was right. We took another step forward towards the box. And just like that, we both put our index fingers inside. Your index finger? Oh, you're an idiot. You wouldn't put in a finger, you put your pinky in! For one very long second, I felt my heart stop beating, and wondered if this was when we were going to die. It couldn't be right. I was so certain that it was the right option. All the signs of the room pointed towards us. The cord linking us together, the wording of the directions, maybe even the size of the box. Then the TV turned on. Excellent job, fellas. Go on ahead to the next room where your fellow candidates are waiting. Oh my, I keep forgetting what voice I'm doing this. I'm so sorry, y'all. I felt a bead of sweat roll down and drip off my chin. Lightheaded, I laughed before taking a tremulous step forward towards the opening behind the box. Eno and I exited the door one at a time. A few moments earlier. Okay, everything's fine. We good? Yeah. She was sniffing loudly. Grinnell felt selfish and stupid for demanding her death just a minute ago. I think she's having a breakdown. I don't know. I never understood mental health stuff very well. We're gonna finish up whatever this is and move on with our lives. Sound good to you? Okay. Alright, cool. I feel a bit weird acting so close to someone I just met. There's a really weird air in the room. You gotta promise. What? You said we. If I can't die, you're not allowed to either. Yeah, sure, okay. I gave her my pinky. You can never break a pinky promise. Our pinkies crossed. Boom. Simple. Congratulations, we're immortal. What? You know, like we promised we won't die and like... That's like being immortal. It's like a joke, kind of, but you, She began staring at me all confused. I'm not really great at social interaction. I just want to get out of here. If I'm gonna die, I would prefer if it wasn't due to phone testing, if you can even call this that. The door. Grinnell looked at the door, and BM went through, and slammed shut. I kind of decided to pretend it didn't happen because I was trying to calm her down. It's not like us screaming over a shut door is gonna do anything anyway. Yeah, that sucks, I guess. I walked to the door and knocked. I couldn't hear anything from the other side. Yeah, absolutely nothing we can do. Suddenly, the room became a bit brighter. A black phone came falling from the ceiling. Grinnell and I went completely silent, staring at the phone on the floor. We were both waiting for something to happen. Blue phone guy never appeared on the TV. So we waited a little longer. Nothing. That's cool. I walked to the black phone and picked it up while Grinnell just stared, still on the floor from crying. Certainly survived the fall without breaking. Test complete. Nothing was happening. Maybe there's something... Oops, my bad. The phone started making a loud noise of disgusting static, causing Grinnell to scream. I dropped it immediately out of panic and shock. The screen was right side up. Something appeared. Who is this? Who is this? Who... What is this sound? That was like Morse code, wasn't it? Out of nowhere, a long USB cord came flying from the phone's backside, plugging into my eye! I could feel it plugging itself into my retina. I was in shock. I can't even react. I didn't move. Grinnell was screaming in the corner on the brink of tears. She quickly got up and began running towards me. Let me pull it out! Stop! I put my hand up and Grinnell stopped in her tracks. This phone wasn't trying to kill me. The vision in my eye was gone, but it was quickly replaced with something else. All I could see was the phone's home screen. So this phone's unique technological advancement is connecting to the user's eyes. What a joke. For some reason I felt no pain. I don't know why. Was it adrenaline? The phone, connected to my eye. Are you okay? Yeah. Now a telephone cord formed in my mouth. I could feel it going down my throat, my intestines. Oh, Redold, you're freaking dead. I began pulling it out with all my strength, but the cord was so long, it was resisting. Grinnell ran towards me and began tugging the cord too. She kept pulling, but it's as if the cord was becoming longer and longer. With tears in her eyes, she bit a piece of the cord and started pulling with her mouth. The cord bled. Please don't die! We kept pulling until it finally came out. I tried to hold in the urge to vomit with every cell in my body. Why was the cord bleeding? Is this a person? Are the phones people? Oh my god. Oh, I get a notice. Hello, I'm Chiri, your brand new virtual assistant. What can I do for you today? Can you stop? Researching stop. No results found. I was trying to stop myself from throwing up blood. The home screen that became ingrained in my vision, showing a saturated static that burned itself into my brain. I'm too scared to pull it out. Oh, we gotta save. We're gonna stay plugged in. I'm again breathing heavily. I don't feel right. I don't want to lose my eye. I don't know what's gonna happen if I just tug the damn thing out. I'm tired of this damn thing! Grinnell kept stomping on the phone with all her strength. It barely cracked. Cords seemingly grew out of the phone's exterior, but Grinnell kept grabbing them and cutting them with her sharp nails. Something awful was happening to me, and I couldn't do anything about it. It felt like I was reaching further into my brain. I could feel it. I could feel it. I could feel it. I'm too scared to pull it out. What's going to happen to me? I'm too scared to move. Reynolds? I began shivering. It was spreading. I could feel it trying to replace my veins, slowly. I can't move. My memory became very blurry after that moment. I was nothing but a rotten corpse. USB cords created a new root system in my veins. I feel like I'm only barely sentient. I don't feel conscious. I can't see, I can't hear, I can't feel. Like a blade of grass. I don't know how long it's been. I try not to think of what's happening to me. I try not to feel any of it. I want to die. I want to die. Oh, okay, so I think that might have been a worse ending than losing my pinky finger. That was so bad. Let's see what happens if we make the other choice, because I do want to keep playing. I had to do it now, or there wouldn't be a second chance for me later. I wrapped my hand around the wire, feeling weak. I gave an experimental tug and felt the resistance from my eye socket. Oh god. I can't back down now. With a small scream of pain, I yanked the damn thing out with all my strength. I could feel what's left of my eyeball trying to pop out. The USB came out of my eye and something hot right down my cheek. Blood, I guess. I wiped it off and scrubbed the stains out on my hoodie. Then, I threw the cord as far away from me and Grinnell as I could. My vision slowly came back, although very blurry. I'm tired of this damn thing! Grinnell kept stomping on the phone with all her strength. It cracked. Cords seemed to grow out of the phone's exterior, but Grinnell kept grabbing them and cutting them with her sharp nails. I felt helpless, as if all I could do was watch. It won't die! Why would it die? What do we do? I ran to the table where the phone from the previous game was resting. I turned it on. All I saw was a live video of BM and Eno in a dark room. Is their challenge connected to ours? Is this just a taunt? Where the hell is the blue phone man? Nothing's making sense. I frantically looked back at Grinnell, who was stomping the phone and mauling the cords that came out. Why is it doing this? It's a test. I don't know what, but I don't know. Okay. Why the hell would the world need this thing? It's a phone. Turn it off. Grinnell picked up Cheery, pressing the power button, and immediately dropped it. I shut the damn thing off. It is not doing anything. It's burning like 300 degrees. Okay. Do or die. Oh. Okay, I get that, like, it's like the do buttons right here. Click. I dash towards the phone and pick it up. I have to do this as fast as possible before this thing burns my flesh or tries to fuse itself with me again. I hold down the power button until a menu appears. See, they shouldn't be letting me save because I want to know what happens when I click stuff. Power down. I slid the screen and dropped the phone as fast as I could. Cheery shuts off. The light shut off. My memory became very blurry after that moment. No one has come to check on us. Did the others forget we were here? That we're still alive? Do they know we're still alive? It's been days. I'm becoming weak. I can't see. I'm shaking. I gave up all hope. But you promised. Promised. Promises are just words. Do those words really matter to you that much? She was crying. We couldn't see anything. We could only hear and feel each other's presence. This is torture. I want to die. I want her to hurry it up. Just do it. I can't. I want to die. Why is that so fucking hard? She completely broke down, crying louder than ever before. I'm an asshole. Starving, dying of thirst, being completely blinded by darkness, all while trapped with a child who won't stop screaming will do that to you. Not to mention refusing to help. Please let me be selfish, just this once. That's all I ask. She immediately began piercing my chest with her nails just like I wanted. She was clawing for my flesh, trying to stab my heart, trying to put me out of my misery. I've never heard such pure despair coming from someone before. I could feel my insides being ripped apart. I could feel her struggling. It's ironic. I tried motivating the suicidal girl to live. When she got that hope, the world took it away. Or maybe I did. And now look where we are. So what's the moral of my story? I don't know. There's probably none at all. Sometimes there is no lesson. The truth from before is reality. And the reality is, all of us are going to die. Some sooner than others. Dang! Okay, that was intense. So it's a good thing I saved, because that was clearly, again, the wrong decision. Oh my god, my mom added like 50 things to the calendar. Okay, let's... Oh my god. Sorry, y'all, I'm getting a bunch of notifications on the screen I'm recording my PNG tuber on, because my mom, she keeps adding stuff to the calendar, so it's just like... Don't know why she would put them all to the calendar, like, right now, when she knows I'm recording, and she knows I'm getting notifications. Let's try this one. What if we click Emergency SOS? I quickly slide the option for Emergency SOS. The camera watching them has to mean something. I think it was a clue. I quickly dropped the phone. Cheer seemingly stopped attacking. The phone rang, but just for a moment before hanging up almost immediately. Is it over? Maybe. Your nails are pretty sharp. You think so? I try to sharpen them as often as I can. Nice. The door to our side just opened on its own. It's not the same door Eno and BM used. Grinnell and I looked at each other before walking through without saying a word. She saved my life. That's pretty cool. It's really strange that the kindest people hate themselves the most. There was so much to say, all of which felt too obvious to say out loud. The experience of having your heartbeat skyrocketing is unmatched. How you have to improvise while death slowly comes closer. All we can do is move forward. As we began walking, she reached my hand for comfort. I returned the gesture. It'd be nice if we lived. Well, I guess we kind of have to now. We promised, after all. Eno and I walked into the next room, myself going in front, of course. You certainly look more tired than before. You look really connected. I looked down at my chest. The glacial cable was still connected to me and Eno. What did you guys have to do? I suppose you could say we cooperated to complete a complicated test of morality and morality. Of morality and mortality. Please respect my personal space. What about you two? You really can't take a hand. Okay. I felt like an exchange of information was only fair, but I suppose it's difficult for some people to keep calm. I hope we did not keep you waiting for too long. We just tried taking a breather. Only been a few minutes. I could certainly use something like that right now. You spent several minutes doing nothing but touching walls. You got a longer break than any of us. This is the one who sat down and complained the whole time. Dealing with you was a challenge in itself. I folded my arms for how disgusted I felt. If everyone was able to keep their cool, listen, and think logically, we'd be out by now. Wait, I can't let myself forget my main goal here. Sorry, I'll have to take a drink. I'm not just here to escape. I need to destroy Pinecone from the inside out. I can't afford letting them get out of control and becoming an even bigger business rival. I'm too far into the game now. I need to figure out how to not only escape, but destroy this game meister and their entire operation. No, the entire company. Are you okay, Magenta? I begin tightening my left glove. Please do not call me that. Sorry. Disgusting. I feel like it's common sense not to call someone the second half of their full name out of the blue. How would it feel if I began calling you a name only your mother referred to you as? I don't know you. It's ill-mannered. I hate that woman. Grinnell does look upset, though. It's not often that people admit their mistakes and mean it. She's a fast learner. It's fine, Grinnell. Hey. Hey, you actually said my name. So? I just think it's nice coming from you. You have a soothing voice. Really? I think it grows quite old very quickly. Hey, now, let's all get along here, yeah? Ideally, but I genuinely cannot imagine a scenario where anyone in the same room as Eno can be happy. I'm too scared to imagine what his family's Thanksgiving is like. The Game Master is absent. Perhaps he's still prepared. Suddenly, I felt like something in my chest unlocked. The coaxial cable fell off my chest. I looked at Eno and he seemed to be free as well. I suppose the Game Master unlocked its strange mechanism due to our access. Strange. It felt as if I was plugged tightly into my being, yet it just fell out. Such strange technology. Ah, that certainly feels much more comfortable. Ha ha ha! Easy as that! Oh, you're not began applauding. Ronald glanced at her and decided to join in. Who am I to deny an audience? I bowed. Bonjour. I turned to Eno, who was posing confidently. I suppose we could share them. So, I guess we wait until the blue phone person turns up. Ronald casually laid back into one of his office. And I gotta try. Okay, they're in office chairs. Grinnell sat into another office chair next to Ronald and began spinning. Ronald began laughing and spun her chair even faster. Grinnell was laughing hysterically. It sort of transitioned into light screaming. Probably shouldn't do that. This next game might be soon, you know. Ronald stopped Grinnell from spinning. Okay, that was sweet. that was a sweet little interaction. Just trying to lighten up a little. Shush. Ronald put a finger on Eno's lips and slowly pulled away. Eno gave the same expression as a disgruntled pooch. While I was watching on my lonesome, the television turned on. Ho ho ho! I welcome the oh my god, I am always freaking. Welcome to a chance at freedom. I thank you for your enforced patronage. You're welcome. Yeah. Anyways, I'm sure you're asking how to get home. I thank you for your time. Your data was very useful to me. Thanks. Why does he keep talking like that? It appears that you've already experienced the test I was most excited into accomplishing, so you may pass. A door ahead of us on the other side of the strange basement opened. Freedom is supposedly right there. I'm guessing it isn't that simple. Classic BM. It kinda is. Kind of. Well, to be honest, you're supposed to walk through that door and keep walking for a long while until the sleeping gas kicks in, and then my coworkers will drag you into a van and take you home and tuck you in goodnight. Coworkers? Strange. The Game Master is the only person we've seen. He definitely isn't the CEO of Pinecone or anything. One of us would definitely recognize him. Who is he? Where is everyone else? Did they feel no pity or remorse? Possibly not. Corporate greed runs deep after all. We can really go? Yes, you can! Oh, thank God. Me. I put my thumb against my bottom lip. I began shaking my leg out of impatience. I'm not done here. Turning to my side, I see Eno thinking. Surprisingly enough, he's dashing headfirst into the exit. What are you thinking? Interesting. I don't like it. You can go now. Bye. Come on, let's go. Grinnell grabbed Grinnell's wrist and began walking towards the exit. Grinnell did not follow. Grinnell? Grinnell was staring at me and Eno. She wasn't satisfied either. Guys. We all began looking at each other. The strongest form of language, eye contact. Something predators, prey, and humans alike use to speak paragraphs with a mere glance. The room grows ever so silent. I close my eyes. Ooh. Quick save. Man, we gotta escape, okay? I'm not just leaving. We gotta see the escape ending, okay? I exhale. I walk towards the exit without looking back. It took a small while, but I hear someone jogging up to me. Shortly after, someone else followed. Deciding to look back, I see Grinnell and Reynolds determinedly walking with me. Eno is still staring at nothing, but eventually turns to us. Eno decides to slowly catch up. No jeering last word came from the Game Master. The television simply turned off. I'm glad we all made it. Yeah, I'd love to go to a hospital and make sure my eye isn't fucked up. Nah, I can't afford that. There was a strange tension in the air as we became quiet. I do feel a bit disappointed in myself. I've always held myself under a bit of a strict standard. Accomplish anything I think of on a whim. Don't get me wrong, I still will. I'm so passionate about the future of my product, but I worry about the future competition I'll face. Fingernail Floss. It's a metaphor. It's a French term for overcoming grime and remaining superior. It was the perfect name for my new saturated magenta pink flossing product. The future is still in my grasp, as well as my life, but I wish I felt like I could do more. Turning to Eno, I was expecting his usual pathetic aura, but he was different somehow. Silent. I could tell he was uneasy about something. Any regrets? I turned to Eno. What is it that he's so hesitant to say? I got one. What is it? Reynolds pointed towards his own missing eyeball and chuckled. Take a lucky guess. Eno scoffed in amusement, while Grinnell gasped in horror, then let out a disbelieving giggle. Oh, wait. Are any of us ever gonna see each other again? I don't know if you're willing to memorize a full phone number, but I'm sure you can find my old Gracebook account. It should be under Reynolds Creme. Reynolds Creme. She was rubbing her forehead with her 2 index fingers. Got it. I won't forget. What about you guys? Come on, big guy. I know you could stay in touch if you wanted. Black Magenta, CEO of Fingernail Floss Industrial. Whoa, so cool. What about you, Eno? Does it really matter? Huh? Who cares? What's wrong with this guy? I do. Doesn't matter. Come on, man. We'd love to see you again. I'm sorry. We're all looking at Eno, but it seems he wasn't going to give a response. It appears we'll never see him again after this. Good. He was annoying, stubborn, full of himself, disgusting. But being in a life or death situation with someone is an interesting experience. I hate him, but I pity him. People that can't keep calm and think irk me. However, being in a life or death situation when you're as fragile as you are, I feel like I have a strange understanding of life. Its value. Not only the value of life, but the value of different mindsets. Not everybody can be like me, but if they had to be different, I suppose it'd be more interesting, more unique, if they were disgustingly unrecognizable for my own self. I feel strangely nostalgic, but I grow faint, weak. I look around me, and Renelle falls to the ground. Renelle kneels beside her. My knees grow weak. I decide to stand still and slowly collapse. Eno is now ahead of me, continuing to walk forward. He looks back, sad. as if the realization of his pitifulness has genuinely impacted him more than any insult I can towards him I can muster. Perhaps that's what got to him. I can see through his own mask. But I grew too faint to think any longer. I fall into a distant sleep, dreaming of a life where I felt complete. Oh, look at that. It's all of them hanging out and stuff. Oh, that's so cute. Ooh. We got an achievement. Okay, well, it has been an hour, but obviously we have to see the other ending, right, y'all? Now, there's free achievements, which makes me think that there's probably free endings, but let's check out the other ending. Coup d'etat. I exhale. I'm not done here. Eh? Just leaving this all behind as it is doesn't feel right, does it? You're kidding. I'm not satisfied either. This is a joke, right? You can go if you want to. You deserve to be free after what you've been through. I don't know if I'll ever be able to have a clear mind. Be able to sleep peacefully at night, knowing something like this can just happen in the world without consequence. If I may be honest, I never intended to leave this place as is. I turned towards the television screen, staring at the Game Meister. Frankly, I don't care too much about the testing. I don't care much about the harm you've done to this world. I simply don't like you. Your demise, the end of this company, it's beneficial to me. Seeing you lose everything after all the actions you committed sounds like a delight. Everyone began staring at me, but I could tell they didn't necessarily disagree. God damn it. Okay, I guess you guys have some kind of plan to kick the blue man's ass. I have a few ideas I'd like to try. We can kick everyone's ass. Oh. 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 I like this. I didn't like his reaction, but I wasn't willing to give up. I admit I was hoping for something more fun as well. I suppose I can call this my paid time off. Time to enjoy myself. This group of fools plans on joining me on my crusade, despite my selfish reasons. They're insane. I like them. Our goals are mutual. Our experiences in this horrible game are mutual. I felt a strange sense of kinship. I can't remember the last time I felt something like that. It appears I've judged them far too quickly. Magenta. Do you have any idea on where we can locate this broken clock phone man? We asked nicely. No good. How about rudely? Definitely a good alternative. I can hear you. I'm right here. Grinnell walked towards the television screen and gave a light bow. Oh, terrible, ugly blue phone man. Will you please lead us to your destination? Wow, seriously? Sure. One of the walls to our side just began to split open. I'll be waiting for you. Press the power button on the television screen. I prefer to do this quickly. Time is money. I began walking towards our doom without looking back. The footsteps of the others quickly followed behind me. Let us end this disgusting company. Oh. The hallway had a loud mechanical ambience. It was clean, unlike the other rooms. The exit was far but within vision. I'm pleasantly surprised Reynolds decided to join us. He looked very determined to leave. Let's just say I feel obligated. Are you sure you want to go with us? Yeah. Why is that? 'Cause what a simple-minded creature. I admire his uncomplicated and forward way of thinking. I like him. So, you stated you had quite a few plans. Sort of. Sort of? You gotta be kidding. Sounds good. I only know as much as you guys. Give me a break. But we cannot predict exactly what will be ahead of us. We will simply improvise and act accordingly. What a fancy way of saying the bullshit our way for the Game Meister. This doesn't sound like the greatest plan, but what little do we know about the Game Meister, I guess it's warranted. Reynolds smiled. It seemed like their minds were one. Very well. Very wise. And we kept walking. Who's this? Oh, it's Grinnell. I turned back to see Grinnell mimicking my posture. I mimicked back, but to a more exaggerated degree. I think she mimicked back, but I can't tell because we're still in the same pose. My body began walking backwards due to my pure determination to not break eye contact with her. Intense staring. But after a few minutes of intense staring, I had to whip my eyes. Then I realized that Grinnell could not actually blink due to her eyes being on her fingernails. Her eyes are on her fingernails? I know her nails are, strange, but I hadn't realized that they weren't. I had realized they were her eyes. What a disappointment. I was a loser from the beginning. Though the playful nature of our mimicry brought Grinnell's change in speech to my mind. I was interested in Grinnell's change in voice and attitude, considering she had been wailing and sobbing the entire way here. I wasn't about to ask, considering what they say about horses and looking in the mouth, but Eno asked for me. You seem to be more confident, Grinnell. Grinnell made a squeaky noise of surprise before humming and thought. I think you're right. There was a short pause where she made eye contact with Reynolds. Her voice became a bit lighter after he smiled at her. It's not like I'm super confident now. I'm still really, really scared. Nothing really important changed about me. Grinnell washed her shoes as she spoke. I'm just the same girl I was when I woke up in the stank damp basement. Her voice began to waver the more she spoke, before her next words seemed to settle her nerves. But after the test that ugly television man put us through, I got to feel something other than that. There was this horrible phone that attacked Reynolds, and No one spoke or pressed her, hearing how her voice choked out her words. The sound of her footsteps in the hallway were a simple metronome to the time passing. She glanced over at Reynolds for help, but he only nodded to her in support. Then she squared her shoulders and lifted her head. I saved him, I think. I wasn't really thinking. I mean, I didn't want him to die, that was it. I wish it had been me. It would have been better. Reynolds met her eyes again, his mouth opened to protest and his brow lowered. But she spoke first. I'm sorry, it's a little selfish of me, but I'm glad I got to save Reynolds. Not that it's good that he went through what he did. Reynolds took a deep breath and sighed. When I tore those awful wires out of him, I think I saved a piece of myself, too. Her voice wavered towards the end of her sentence. I wanted him to live so badly that I stopped thinking about myself for just a moment. I finally experienced something like hope. Because if I made it through something like that, if I could do that, if I'm still alive now, maybe. Grinnell laughed hoarsely, fragile yet so happy. Isn't that crazy, thinking about the future for me? I mean, for us. For some reason, despite the fact that we could die again, I feel like there's a crazy, crazy possibility everything will be okay. She looked around at all of us. Eno was not silently crying as he loudly slipped into a tissue that Reynolds gave him. Nothing is ever for sure, but what a strange creature she is. It appears Reynolds' ability to move forward without thinking is infectious. As the end of the hallway came to view, Susan knocked at the doors. She ducked her head down again, hands tangling in her hair before letting go. Sorry, I'm not super put together. Reynolds fell into step with her, putting a reassuring hand on her shoulder. He spoke to her in a soft voice, and I spun back around so the two of them could have their heart-to-heart. She seemed relieved. Although I wanted to be annoyed about having to listen to her talk about hope and how everything's gonna be okay, like we're all some shitty storybook characters for children, I couldn't find the asshole me to interrupt her. I didn't want to. All this time I've been half pitying her and half ignoring her, but I never tried to think about the things she'd say. I didn't want to think about them. Reynolds was taking care of her, so why would I have to worry about it? Now, instead of apathetically viewing her tears as vaguely comedic, I was forced to understand that her struggles were real. Her fear existed beyond the neat, logical perspective that I saw everything through. Grinnell. I didn't really understand her, but that wasn't because she was unreasonable. It was because I wasn't living the same way as her. I've never really wanted to die, but I've never especially enjoyed living either. Why would I? Reality is a cruel game where winning is everything. Those in power hold all the cards. There's a big difference between Grinnell and myself. I play to win. Grinnell, to my understanding, she got a bad deck and doesn't understand the rules. Perhaps I can acknowledge that not all of us are dealt a fair hand. Not everyone has the willpower or intelligence to change the table in their favor. Maybe I should be grateful. Nah, I'm gonna keep on taking things for granted. Definitely will make me appreciate eating takeout and bland store-bought meals every day. For now, I'm gonna pack all of that into a box to think about after we get out of here alive. I gotta drink real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Grinnell, I think your speech might have changed my way of thinking a little. Huh? For some reason, I'm feeling a bit more motivated and optimistic than usual. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable being optimistic. I think it's a good thing, isn't it? For you, maybe. I need to be as realistic as possible at all times. Grinnell grinned at me, as if she knew more than I did. Well, how is it? How's what? Feeling hopeful. Immediately, I want to make a snarky joke about how awful it is, but I decide not to. Could be worse. I found my mouth moving of its own accord and ended up smiling back, but only for a second. Wow, you can do something other than smirking? Reynolds jokingly nudged me. I slapped his elbow away as he put his hands up in surrender. Technically, a smirk is a smile, so he doesn't usually smile. Look at the deep frown he's doing again. This is just how I look. You look pissed at all times, or like a loud, annoying child dropped their ice cream cone on your business shoes. Thought TM. Trademarked. And started crying afterwards. I should be annoyed, but I wasn't. I scoffed and walked past everyone else, towards the door we were stalling in front of. He's totally smiling now. Are you sure it's not our smirk? I saw a malicious look in his eyes. That's part of his default pose. Oh, then by definition, he's smiling. We filed into a small square room that reminds me of the room with the box. There was no other door but the one we entered through. It's dark. I share a small, cautious glance with Eno, who voices a similarity to the box room. In a room like this on our second test. What was your second test? Depending on which finger you want to lose, it was a puzzle of the mind, actually. Eno launched into a long, overcomplicated explanation of the logic behind solving the lost puzzle. His voice faded into background ambiance. However, Grinnell listened attentively, gasping in surprise or horror at the right moments. Grinnell turned towards me. Based on my horror movie expertise, I'm expecting our test. Probably something really crazy. What do you think will be next? None of us have been eliminated yet, and I'm not sure if that's what the GM wants. I crossed my arms over my chest as I thought to myself, and the others quietly spoke. They weren't confident, but they were visibly less afraid and shaken than before. I couldn't help but feel a sense of doom. It was too risky to fall into a sense of security after what we'd been through. Randall was the least confident of all of us, shifting from foot to foot. I could see blood still staining his cheek. His eyes hadn't stopped looking around the room since we came in, looking for something in particular. When I looked over the others again, I could see they're all equally tense. We're clustered together, like they're going to separate us again. There's safety in numbers that humans naturally feel as packing mules, especially in dangerous situations like these. Something's missing. I don't know what's disagreement. Maybe it's a hidden mechanism? That would make sense. Everything's made of tile. Even the ceiling was tiled. As I looked up, I noticed a strange vent shaft. Let's look around the room. We tentatively stepped away from one another, but as we did, there was an ominous mechanical whirring noise. Renal flinched back and almost stepped on my toes. Renal jumped in fear and launched out onto Eno, who was closest to her. Eno stumbled before righting himself and supporting Grinnell. Is that supposed to happen? Renal's voice was pitched up high towards the end of his sentence. It must be a hidden puzzle. Then the gas came. I don't remember falling. I don't remember anyone fainting. I just remember a foggy darkness. My cheek was pressed against hard, cold, unyielding cement. I could feel grains of dirt on the ground scrape across my face as I dragged my heavy head upward and righted myself with whatever grace I could pull together. I could still feel the gas weighing down my body, numbing it and weakening the muscles. Everyone was already awake before I was. I could definitely hear them, though they were strangely muffled, like they were behind a thick glass wall. I took a cautious look around as soon as I was standing. Numerous blue display screens, cables and wires connecting them to some power source outside of the room, all tied together in a thick, winding root system to every computer. The LEDs provided enough dim lighting to see by in the dark room, but not enough to see every detail. Many phones hung from the ceiling. There were so many that the rounded heads and receivers blended together in the darkness into a homunculus of plastic and metal. I looked directly behind me. I could see the others peering anxiously through behind a glass window, shouting and pointing at something beyond me. I turned back around. Oh, wow! Bro was just right there. I restrained a jolt of surprise to see the man from the television now a few steps in front of me. Way too close for comfort. He was definitely taller than I anticipated, lanky, and his suit hung off of his wiry frame as if stolen. What's more is that I could see a strange, paradoxical body signals from the way he stood. A proud spine, a chin that jutted out with confidence, feet apart relaxed. But his shoulders were slumped with exhaustion. He swayed from side to side if he hung by string or wire. The hand holding up his strange clock face was the main point of strength of his malnourished figure. I almost wanted to glance up the rafters and see if he was connected to a giant machine or battery, but I knew better than to look away from an active threat. Black Magenta. We finally speak face to face. So much to say, so little time. Not really, though. I can keep you here as long as I want. Seeing you up close is so satisfying, BM. I can see the black pores on your skin. Oh, I can smell them so well from my phone holes. Shush, BM. Let us take in this moment for about 10.5 seconds. Delightful. Just delightful. I would have gone longer, but I could tell you were about to punch me. So I'm guessing you have an elaborate evil plan? Something to stop me from punching you? No, why do I... Ooh. Oh, okay. That was unnecessary. Why do you speak like that? Okay, not cool. Is that what you do in your free time, BM? You beat the shit out of innocent little blue boys and make fun of their lisp and grammar? You are literally evil. Hypocritical. We are the same side of the same coin, my friends, without benefits. We both love doing the same pose. I mean, I kind of have to. My being is very stiff. We are both victims of the capitalistic game called life, and we are gorilla glued to our chairs. All we can do is keep playing until we die. So what do we do now? Would we take advantage of our situation? We follow the game's rules and play to win. We go to college, we get our degree, we create our joy to business, we rake up as much cash as we can. He went to college? We both hate society, yet we play its game. I'm a victim too, you know. Everyone on this earth is a victim, but you don't see me kidnapping people and crying about it. I didn't kidnap you to criticize my coping methods. Please just skip to the point. You're probably thinking I should skip to the point. Very well. When I first met you on the beach... What now? I thought I had found the suitable vessel. Despite the sun beating down on both of us, your suit remained completely on. Not even your gloves were taking off, despite the sand flying around. You exuded a sense of pizzazz, unmatched by anyone else in the area. I wanted to be you. The Meister gestured down at himself. I wanted to be just stark and cool. He gripped his fist, but before I could approach, you were suddenly gone. And despite starting a prolific smartphone company, I never got your phone number, so I could not meet you again. What? Oh, I'm starting to get a little weirded out. I did not know if you were even still alive. Wait, timeout. What? What are you saying? You're just saying words. Are you serious? Please simplify to 2 sentences or less. Very well. Hey. Huh? And now, though you and I have this history, we are enemies. I genuinely have no recollection of that scenario. You, Black Magenta, are my rival, and you will die for it. He's ignoring me, unless... Light glinted off of his face. You are truly suitable. Not as a puppet, but as a formidable nemesis. I felt my heart vibrating in my chest. Welcome to Trivia Night at Pinecone, Black Magenta. Answer correctly in 10 seconds or your heart explodes. And I will wear you like the flesh suit you are. Ooh, we're quick saving this. What is my name? Oh, it's Game Meister. Game Meister. I'm not gonna say that. Oh, there's an actual timer. Whoops. You do know my name. True or false? Under Section 3, Part 2 of the Terms and Conditions, the client agrees to body possession... Oh. Whoops! Well, it's a good thing I saved it, isn't it? It's Game Meister. We're gonna make our save right here. Next question. Pinecone. Oh, I gotta save again. Okay, it's 1987. Oh my god. Quick save. Where did it put that quick save? Hold on. Oh my, it overrided one of my saves. Never mind. I'm gonna stop doing quick saves then. Save it here. 2.4 billion? We're gonna say 2. Oh my god. I cannot keep saving this. No. I didn't even read any of that. Six to 10 years. Okay. Hence why you save after every question. 14 to 18. Nope, still wrong. Okay. Oh my god, stop asking me questions! Oh my god, it takes 6... No, I don't know, y'all. Okay, 8 hours. Nope, still wrong. I guess it must be 4 hours? Never mind, it's 2 hours! Oh my god. I swear to god. Oh, okay. You, remove unnecessary fluids. How did I get that right? Who founded Detroit? House, Detroit does not... Bro, I don't even know any from Detroit. How am I supposed to believe it actually exists? We're gonna go with Henry. No, it's... I don't even know who that is. Stop Stop asking me questions, okay? I took Texas history, not Detroit history. Why is the house saying something here? There. That's a thing? What is the name of the phobia for the fear of being without your phone? Oh, okay. We're gonna go with ice. No. Okay. No big deal. Nomophobia? Here, I'm gonna do another save. According to the terms and conditions, are you allowed to modify the Pinecone smartphone once purchased? No. Oh my god. I don't know. Probably sing. I swear to God. How many questions are there? I've taken up so many of my saves doing this. And no, I don't think it's cheating. It let me save for a reason. How many members are in the popular Pinecone endorsed rock band Call Me What You Like? Okay, we're gonna go with 4. False. Oh, your liver? I'm sorry I'm not reading these out loud, y'all. I'm very focused. Your stomach. Nope. I bet it's your skin. Never mind, it's your brain. This poor Black Magenta. I've killed him like 50 times. What? It's false. Oh! Hold on, I'm saving again. Perhaps my little trivia segment wasn't challenging enough for you, Black Magenta. Oh my god. I'm not doing more trivia! Free me from my prison. One day you'll decompose. Oh, that's me speaking. One day you'll decompose and I'll be there to watch it happen. The Game Master laughed uproariously, as if I had said a grand joke. Live studio audience laughter. You were truly a worthy opponent, Black Magenta. Oh, no, he actually did pronounce it wrong. My name is Black Magenta. Okay, Bog Magnum. Black Magenta. Banana Magician. We're doing name calling now? I'm just saying your name is Bingus. What? I will not stoop to this level. I will not stoop to this level of name calling going on. I could hear my companions only something from the door, but I didn't know what the hell they were saying. It sounds something like delirious and serious, and not right anything is. Trivia night is over, and a very special guest is here to greet you all. There was a clicking noise as the door unlocked, and the others poured into the room from their holding cell. They stood at my back inside. I felt less tense knowing I wouldn't die alone here. Who could be the special guest? Hopefully it's a paramedic. It's probably a worker of Pinecone. It can't be a worker if they're a special guest. Hey man, a worker can be a special guest. We all migrated a few paces away from the Meister, cautiously looking around the room for any traps or contraptions of doom. Instead, the Meister suddenly began to thrash like an excited marionette as he yelled at us. All right, you oversaturated one-eyed seemingly... Oh, whoop. Sorry, y'all, I don't know what that was. All right, you oversaturated one-eyed seemingly single-armed incel. Feast your eyes on the king with a net worth of I don't even know how much... $10 billion, the CEO and president of Pinecone. The wall of the computer screen split open, dividing the monitors in half. The darkness it reveals is impenetrable, a perfect nothingness that was untainted by the blue light around it. It was like staring into the uncaring giant eye of a beast far larger than myself. An inevitable end that was waiting for my body to grow old and limp so that it could gorge itself onto my carcass. A vulture. I felt the same quiet, malicious presence that I felt from that box. There's a sense of something alive that I could not see, that was waiting for me to look away or make the fatal mistake of going comfortable with it. I felt a coldness in my body. Then a dog came out. Before we could say anything, the Game Master picked up the dog and left the room through an out-of-service elevator. That's it? Was that the CEO? No way, the Pinecone CEO was the game... No wait, the Pinecone CEO was the Game Meister. That was the CEO, John Pinecone. I get it now. Genius. I was sure he was human. He was clearly hiding behind a public facade to increase his net worth. Ah, yes, John Pinecone. I knew it was him all along. Reynolds scratched his head and adjusted his beanie. Well, does that mean we can go home now? The sound came from my mobile device. A notification. It says it's disconnected from our Bluetooth. Are we really freed? It seems too easy to me. The bombs are still there. If they wanted to, they could use the bombs again. Well, actually, according to the terms and conditions, if you survive experimentation and win the death game, you're free to leave the premises and enjoy your brand new Pinecone sample technology. But we still have bombs in our chest. Maybe we could all go to surgery together. It'd be a lot cheaper. In that case, let's all trade numbers. We added each other's contacts to our new smartphones, considering that the menus that popped up before were now gone. I suspect the menu was connected to the Bluetooth bombs, but didn't save any phone numbers. Now that we've done that, let's all go home now. Agreed. It took a moment to figure out a way out of the building. Eventually, we found ourselves walking through the same horrible rooms as before. There was a strange sense of foreboding evoked by the stillness of each contained environment, and the missing traps within each one. Like death was above our heads, watching us go with no knowledge that we could be killed at any moment. Still, my companions spoke amongst themselves amicably. They seemed much more relaxed now that the Meister had supposedly left the building, taking his deadly experiments with him. Every blank TV screen was like a wilted head of the Game Master's Hydra. After all of that, I think maybe I'm going to take a really big nap. I got work tomorrow. Reynold, is your eye okay? Maybe. Can you see okay? Sorta. Not really. We'll find out sooner or later. Guess I gotta keep you guys updated, huh? Yep. I'm glad we could cheerfully bond over the bombs in our chest. We found ourselves in the basement where it all began. There was a wide open door that was definitely not there before. We stopped before it, though Reynolds was a step at a sink. We glanced at one another cautiously, treating in suspicious looks. What if this is a trap? It's a damn good one, that's for sure. The Game Meister didn't even tell us whether or not we were free to go, or where to leave out of. But you know that we succeed in all our experiments, right? So we should be home free. Worry twisted Eno's mask. We should be. The only other option is to stay here and rot. I say we leave. The others looked amongst themselves before coming to a consensus. We were going to leave. Even if they wouldn't leave with me, I would have gone without them. Not without some remorse, but I'd rather die trying to escape than die waiting for an order. Let's all go together then. If there's someone out there to attack us, they can't take us on as a group. Sounds like a plan to me. We left the hellscape that was Pinecone's basement. Soon after, the sleeping gas hit us again. Even though we had suffered it once already, we succumbed to it anyway. We all woke up in our beds, tucked in, as reasonably safe as anyone could feel in their own home after knowing someone had snuck your unconscious, limp body in. We won. Of course we did. Grandma forced me into what I believe millennials call a group chat with the others. I graciously paid for her therapy in exchange that she stopped sending those revolting emojis. She convinced Reynolds to get surgery and remove the bomb in his heart. He sent a selfie in the group chat of the bomb squad assisting Paramedics in removing his... okay, so... the text is, I live, bitch, that's funny. Well, at least I got the bomb out of his heart. He refused to be knocked out during the procedure due to the extra cost. Unable to stay in contact with Eno, I finally asked him my burning question of what brought him so heavily towards the ending of those cruel trials. It appears neither of us were satisfied with ending everything there. That living on would feel disgusting if we lived in a world where Pinecone could remain dominant. We're very different beings, but perhaps our worldview isn't too different. He became a professional enigma and urban legend as a shady salesman. He sold masks, unexplained packets filled with blood, smartphones, and DVDs with pirated movies installed. We all keep in touch. What bothers me is that Pinecone was not completely destroyed. Nobody would believe me when I said the CEO was a capitalist dog. My efforts were not in vain, though. Apparently investors with an inside knowledge of Pinecone's deeds felt unsatisfied with the failure of the Game Master's test, leading him to lose a strong amount of revenue. I continued on to become a fine businessman. With bribery, I was able to convince as many dentists as I could to approve of my product. I honestly have no experience in the dental field. I used Pinecone's company's secrets and created a monstrous rivalry between my company and their own. I was finally able to make my amazing dental project. It sold well and became a powerful name in the teeth industry or something. I named it after my favorite French term, Fingernail Floss. It means to destroy all your obstacles and remain on top. But after my experience, I think the meaning of it changed within me. Perhaps I grew to see it in a different light. Fingernail Floss. It means to continue on, to do whatever you're passionate about, and find your own definition of happiness. It doesn't matter how much the world tries to cover you in dirt. Don't let the world destroy you. If you aren't hurting anyone, do what makes you happy. Be free, no matter what anyone else thinks. What matters now is that Pinecone is done for. We are free from the grips of Pinecone's monopoly. We are free. And it's the credits. So that must have been like the true ending. Oh, what? Yo, we got the true ending. Wow. This is all the music and stuff. These are the voices and stuff that you hear. Oh, there's more. But one day, a box appeared on my doorstep. Upon opening, I discovered it was a phone from Pinecone. I tried turning it on. It was already charged. Instantaneously, I saw his hideous face once more. BM. Oh, BM. Messing with you was just so much fun. What do you want? Oh, that's why I should be asking you. Out of generosity, I will award you, specifically you, for passing my trials. So, BM, what will you? The dog. Show him to me. It is decided. He is ready. Can you hear me? I pointed at the dog from my camera. Bad dog. Bad dog. Naughty capitalist dogs don't get treats. No, you don't. Bad dog. The dog whimpered and faced the other direction. He was looking back at me, sadly. I'm better than you. The dog rolled over and showed his belly. Hell no. I hope you eat garbage tonight. Get locked outside. I hung up. I showed him his place. A lot of people would be too traumatized to keep living after what I've been through. But I got more important things to do. And with that, au revoir. Oh my gosh. Look at them. All hanging out and stuff. Oh, there's Grinnell. Hey. We got the mess. I think the achievements might be mixed up because I got the achievement for this ending when I did the escape, and then I got the escape achievement for this when I did the coup d'etat. So yeah, I think I definitely got those mixed up. But yeah, that was Fingernail Floss. Oh, Frost, seriously? That was Fingernail Floss. I really liked that. I thought that was really interesting. I didn't really know what I was like going into, but I really liked that. That was honestly really enjoyable. I liked the character dynamics. I liked that they all kind of had distinct personalities, so it was easy to do voices for them. I really like the dynamic between Black Magenta and Game Meister. He's got that weird, I don't know. But overall, I really liked that. I think there's one other achievement. I don't know what it is. I think there might be another ending that I didn't get. I'm probably not going to do that today. If you guys are interested, I can totally do that later on. If you have any game recommendations or any Minecraft horror mods you want me to play, comment them down below and I will try to get to them. If you enjoy my videos and you want to see me more, feel free to leave a like or subscribe. I try to post at least once a week, and I am going to be live streaming soon. I'll probably be live streaming on YouTube, so keep an eye out for that. I think if you click the notification bell, then you'll know if I start live streaming. We'll see what happens. But yeah, basically that's all. Thank you all for watching. Definitely go check this game out if you're interested in seeing some of the other endings or some of the other interactions that characters have. I know I didn't get to everything, but that just means there's more stuff for y'all to get to, because this is definitely a really interesting game, and I think definitely underrated. I really liked it. I liked the uniqueness of the art style, and just everything worked together really well. So, yeah, great game. Really fun to do. I hope y'all liked this video. I know I did. Yeah, that's all. Have a great day, y'all. Stay safe, and oh, I almost forgot this. I mentioned this in my last video. Okay, I mentioned it in the message in the end part and the description, but that video only got 1 view, so only one person knows I said this. Happy Pride, y'all. I'm sorry I wasn't able to say it sooner. It was in my video that I posted. I should have just made a short video on TikTok or something that just said Happy Pride, but I wasn't really sure how to format it, and it was how do I make a whole video of that? Wouldn't it just be easier to just it's a whole thing, okay? Happy Pride, everyone. Sorry it took me 2 weeks to say it. I did try, like I said, I tried to say it sooner. I should have just, whatever. There's always next year. I'll figure out a better way to say Happy Pride to everyone next year. Yeah. Happy Pride, everyone. I hope your Pride Month is going well. Just want to be clear, The XOXO Cyber channel is always a safe space for everyone, as long as you're not a bigot. If you're a bigot, get out of here. But if you're not, and you're like a chill person, you're always welcome here. So, yeah, that's all. Have a great day, y'all, and stay safe. Bye!